Over 2.8 million families are stuck on Section 8 waitlists right now, and some families have been waiting for decades. What most people don't know is there are strategies to improve your chances of getting approved faster. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it the right way. Let's be honest, the Section 8 program is majorly flawed. Wait times average over 2 years nationally. In New York City, the waitlist was closed for over 15 years and just reopened in 2024. But here's the thing, Section 8 vouchers are still one of the most powerful tools to access affordable housing. The program helps over 2.3 million families pay rent every month by helping cover the cost between 30% of your monthly income and the actual rent cost. So if you make $2,000 a month, you would pay $600 towards rent every month, and the Section 8 voucher would cover the rest. The question is, how do you actually get one of these vouchers? First, let's make sure we're on the same page about what Section 8 actually is. The official name is the Housing Choice Voucher Program, and it's run by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. And how it works is really simple. You receive a voucher that you can use to help pay rent with any landlord that accepts the voucher. You pay 30% of your income towards rent and utilities with a minimum of anywhere from $50 to $200, which is set by your local housing authority. Meaning if you're making $0 per month, then you're paying anywhere from $50 to $200 per month. If you pay utilities separately, then you receive a credit to reduce your portion. Unlike public housing where you're assigned a specific unit, Section 8 lets you choose where you live, so long as the rent is reasonable and the landlord accepts vouchers. Now, who actually qualifies for Section 8? The basic requirements are pretty straightforward, but the details matter. First, let's talk about income requirements. Your household income must be below 50% of area median income, or also known as AMI. Let's say the average income for the area is $80K, then 50% AMI would equal $40K. If a housing program requires you to be at or below 50% AMI, then your household income can be no more than $40,000 per year. In practice though, most vouchers go to families at 30% AMI or less. That's considered extremely low income according to HUD. What does this actually look like? In Nashville, a single person could make no more than $40,200 per year to qualify. A family of 4 would have to make no more than $57,400 to qualify. In higher cost areas like San Francisco, these go up for an individual to $54,550 per year and $77,950 per year for a family of 4. The income limits are different depending on the number of people in the households. Because more people in the households means higher expenses for food, clothing, and daily living expenses. Keep in mind there are other requirements that are not related to income. You must be a U.S. citizen or an eligible immigrant. You cannot have been evicted from public housing for drug-related activities in the last 3 years. And you cannot owe money to any housing authority. There are also certain classifications that get priority to receive a voucher. Families experiencing homelessness, living in subpar living conditions, paying more than 50% on their monthly income on rent, or being involuntarily displaced. Veterans, elderly individuals, and people with disabilities often get preferential treatment. Now let's talk about applying. This is where it gets tricky. You can't just go and apply for Section 8 in general. You have to apply with specific local housing authorities, and each one has their own rules and their own wait lists. Step 1, find your local housing authority. Go to HUD.gov and look up the public housing authorities on the website there. Some cities have multiple housing authorities or organizations that manage the Section 8 wait list. Step 2, check the waiting list status. This is crucial. Call or check the website and see if the wait list is open or if they're accepting new people on the wait list. Many are closed and only open periodically, sometimes just for a few days or a few weeks. Step 3, apply to multiple housing authorities. Here's a key strategy. You can apply to multiple housing authorities. If you live near county lines or are willing to move, you can apply to housing authorities the other county over as well. Some may have shorter wait times or even open wait lists, while others may have really long wait lists. And rural areas often have much shorter wait lists than major cities. Step 4, understand the application process. When wait lists do open, housing authorities typically announce it through their website, social media, or also public notices in the newspaper. Applications may be online, by mail, or even in person. Follow their instructions exactly. Incomplete applications or applications submitted in the wrong format may get rejected. Step 5, gather required documentation. Have your documents ready before the applications open. You will need social security cards for all household members, birth certificates, proof of income for the last 12 months, bank statements, proof of any assets, and documentation of any disabilities. Here's a pro tip. Create a dedicated email list for your housing applications. Housing authorities will contact you through these emails, and you do not want to miss very important emails like this that may accidentally get caught in spam. Set up mail forwarding if you move and notify them immediately if your phone number or your address changes. Now, let me share some legitimate strategies to help you improve your chances and possibly jump to the front of the Section 8 waitlist. Strategy 1, respond quickly to all communications. When a housing authority contacts you, whether that's for document updates, interviews, or voucher offers, respond immediately. They often give very short deadlines, and missing one item could mean losing your spot. Step 2, consider portability. If you receive a voucher from a housing authority, you may be able to port to another area after living there for at least 1 year. This means you could get a voucher in a different city with shorter wait times, then move to a different city later. What to expect during the process. Once you're on a wait list, here's what typically happens. First, you wait. This is the hardest. Wait times can vary dramatically. Rural areas can sometimes call you back in weeks or months, while urban areas could take up to years. Step 2 is the interview. When your name comes up, you'll be scheduled for an eligibility interview. They will verify all your information, check your documents, and determine your voucher size based on your family size. Step 3 is voucher issuance. If approved, you'll receive your voucher and have anywhere from 60 to 120 days to find housing, depending on your local housing authority. This timeline can sometimes be extended if you're having trouble finding housing. Step 4, the housing search. This is where many people struggle. You need to find a landlord that accepts Section 8 and a unit that will be passed with all the Section 8 inspections. The rent also has to be at or below the payment standards for your area, which will be set by your housing authority for the voucher. How to find a place. Not all landlords accept Section 8, and unfortunately, some will even discriminate against Section 8 holders, even though it is illegal. But don't get discouraged. There are strategies and ways to find housing that accepts vouchers. Start off with official resources. Many housing authorities maintain lists of landlords that accept Section 8 vouchers. Call your housing authority and ask if they have a list of participating landlords or participating properties. Some even have online portals where you can search for available units. Another strategy is to search online platforms. Use apartment hunting websites, but be strategic about it. On apartments.com, you can filter your search to only show income-restricted apartments. On other websites, look for keywords like Section 8 accepted, vouchers welcome, or income-based housing. Another thing you can do is look specifically for LIHTC communities. Here's a secret that most people don't know. Low-income housing tax credit communities, or LIHTC, are legally required to accept Section 8 vouchers. These are apartment complexes that were built with government tax credits and accept tenant-based vouchers. LIHTC communities often have really nice amenities like pools, fitness centers, and community rooms, and don't fit into your stereotypical affordable housing. You can search for these at affordablehousing.com, use HUD's database, or just Google LIHTC affordable housing. Pro tip, be a great tenant candidate. When you contact landlords, be professional and be prepared. Have your voucher paperwork ready, provide references from your previous landlords, and be upfront about your voucher. Some landlords that may be hesitant about Section 8 will change your mind if you show that you're a responsible tenant. Here are some red flags to avoid. Be cautious of landlords that ask for a large upfront fee above and beyond a normal deposit. Be wary of properties that seem too good to be true for the price, or landlords who pressure you to sign immediately without proper inspection. Remember, your housing authority has to inspect and approve any unit before you can use a voucher there. So don't rush into anything that may not pass inspection. If you're still waiting for Section 8, there may be other programs that can still help. Explore LIHTC communities, which are the communities I mentioned previously. I also have a whole video about these linked below. They're often much faster to access than Section 8 housing and offer the same quality as market rate housing. Research any local housing and rent subsidy programs. Many cities or counties have their own rental assistance programs with much shorter wait times. Supportive housing programs. If you're homeless, have disabilities, or have special circumstances, there may be specialized programs with faster access. The Section 8 program is far from perfect, but it is one of the most powerful tools to accessing affordable housing. The key is understanding how to work within the system and how to maximize your chance for success. If this video helped you understand the Section 8 housing application process, then hit the like button and subscribe for more housing resources. I regularly break down programs and policies that affect affordable housing. And leave a comment below. What is your biggest challenge in applying for Section 8 housing? I read every comment and I use your feedback to help create more helpful content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.